Hey, let's talk about step 2 in the recovery process. And this could really be any fellowship that you're in, or if you're just experiencing some sort of obsessive compulsive type patterns. Now, and I've said in other videos, like, I am not trying to replace a sponsor or a therapist or anything like that. I'm hoping to be a positive addition to your journey. So in step 2, we come to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Now, this is not talking about religion. This is not talking about, Catholicism or any of the denominations. This is not talking about going to church and reading the Bible. This is talking about any kind of power greater than you. Atheists are perfectly welcome to practice this step. Gravity is a power greater than you. The wind is a power greater than you. Go out and try to stop a wave. That's a power greater than you. Nature is a power greater than us. So, it's hard to talk about a second step without talking about the first step, which is in a previous video, so I'm not going to go on and on about that. But we have to really understand that we're powerless and that we're unmanageable in order to be open and willing to figure out what our understanding of a higher power is. So we have believed in higher powers. I know that I gave my power up to the disease of addiction for years. I believed in it. I worshiped it to a certain degree. And there's been many others, toxic relationships, money, shopping, working out. I used to work out, believe it or not. It was years ago, like hours and hours every day, because it would get my brain to give endorphin, flushes and good chemicals that way. All sorts of things. Food can trigger this. And so looking at what we have given our power to lets us open up the idea that we can give our power and believe in something greater than ourselves that is more loving. So one of the exercises I did that absolutely changed my life, I really love the steps. Each one really gave me a new perspective. And in this one, I got to sort of create my own understanding of a higher power. So I got out a piece of paper and I started to write down the characteristics that I need in a higher power. Like, I need my higher power to always be available. Like, I am the only human paying attention 100% of the time, full of forgiveness and compassion and strength. Always there to reach out a hand to me. Not two-faced. I've dealt with a lot of two-faced adults in my young life, and a lot of times we carry our like the patterns and characteristics of maybe some of our parents or authority figures from our young life into what we think is a higher power spiritually, but it's totally different. Humans are imperfect, they're fallible, all of us are, and a higher power can be perfect. Gravity is perfect all around the world, okay? The spiritual principle of love is a higher power. So yeah, really defining what that higher power is in my own understanding gave me an opportunity to open up this spiritual relationship in a new way. So when I pray or when I meditate, it's not necessarily, or it wasn't, to a deity. It was to this new understanding of a power greater than myself that, in the beginning was just to help me stay clean off of drugs. But I've been clean now for over 6 years, and that higher power continually helps me to be a better person each day, to practice spiritual principles in all of my affairs, and, to keep growing and healing in ways that, is kind of a journey ongoing. So I hope this was helpful. That's just my understanding of Step two is coming to believe in a power greater than ourselves of our own understanding that can restore us to sanity. Now, I don't know if I'm ever going to be sane, but I'm definitely more sane than I ever was on drugs. And still continuing to grow and heal in this amazing way with a very loving higher power. Now, in my journey, I do also practice religion, but that's kind of like a separate but equal thing for me. So it's not a necessity to have like a religion or a deity. Tons of my like best friends, don't practice the same way I do, and that's okay. We stay clean and we're all continuing to grow and heal and live this life worth living. Tons of love. I believe in you.